So welcome to our studio. This is our beautiful place where we practice yoga. And I actually have one of our teachers here today going to practice with me. She surprised me and popped up for your yoga class this morning. So really excited. Sarah, come say hi.
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 So this is Sarah. She teaches yoga here at Soulflower as well. And we're going to lead you through a really nice flow today. So I hope you're ready. You ready?
Yes.
Ready. We're ready.
Right.
Are we muted?
All right. So if you have a yoga mat or a towel or a blanket that you'd like to lay down on your floor, giving yourself enough space to just spread your arms wide. And as long as you have space for that, then you'll be all set for this practice. We're going to start on our feet today. And if you've never done yoga before, don't worry. There'll be modifications offered for every pose, and we're going to just move nice and smooth right on through this. So today we'll be doing a vinyasa flow. And I'd first like you to just bring your attention to your feet. Bring your feet close together. Maybe they're touching, maybe they're not. And just start to rock back and forth up onto the toes and very gently back onto the heels, feeling all the parts of your feet on the floor. And I'd just like to say happy summer to everybody. We're finding our balance here. So we're coming into equal balance, lifting up the toes and pressing the feet down to get nice and rooted, and then letting the toes gently come back down. Good. Let's bring the hands out to the sides and shine our palms forward. Let your breath start to deepen here. Taking nice long inhales into the belly, filling the chest and exhaling out, allowing your body to release any tension so that you can move smoothly through your practice today. So taking a couple more big breaths in and release, and one more like that. And let it all out. Good. And now let your shoulders be nice and relaxed as the back of your neck gets nice and long. Here in your mountain pose, this is where you stand strong in the world. So feel this pose. Feel your heart beating in your chest. And we're going to inhale the arms up to the sky. Nice big circle. And gently let them float back down. Good. And right back on up. Welcoming in the sun, welcoming in the summer. Spread those fingers wide. Reach, 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 reach. And exhale, nice big circle down. Good. All the way back up. This time the right hand reaches a little bit higher, pulling from the hips and all the way up the side of the body. And then the left hand reaches a little bit higher, making yourself an inch taller. Good. Now both hands reach up, breathe in, and exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We're going to start to move through the flow here. So inhaling all the way up. Bringing those hands down through the heart. We're going to take a forward fold, bending the knees, bringing your chest all the way down and letting the head drop. Inhale, halfway lift, a nice flat back here. And exhale, bring your hands to the ground and step back for a high plank position. The nice plank pose. Taking a big breath in, we're going to exhale, lowering with the elbows tight to the body, all the way to the ground. And inhale up for baby cobra. Just taking a little movement this morning. Having grace with ourselves. Exhale down. And we're going to come back into a child's pose. So bring your big toes together, send your knees wide, sit back all the way to your heels, and send your arms forward. Your forehead comes to the mat. And maybe you can gently move your head side to side to massage out your forehead, awakening your third eye. Beautiful. And then we're going to spread those fingers nice and wide, pressing the palms into the mat. Come up into your tabletop position, curl the toes under, and send your hips back for downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal the feet here, dropping one heel down and then the other. And then inhale, look up to the front of your mat and take a little walk up, landing in your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rising up. The arms sweep up at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We're starting to get warm here. And we're going to go through this flow a couple of times, and we're just going to keep adding on as we go. So inhaling up. This time the left arm drops down, and we side bend over to the right. Good. Beautiful. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. And halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, feet step back. We're in our high plank. Lowering down to chaturanga, you can either drop the knees first and then the chest, or you can just lower down with the chest. Into your cobra pose. And exhale, downward dog. Good. Take 3 big breaths here in your downward dog. Pedaling the feet out and taking any little movements with the hips or anything that feel good to you. And Sarah's going to take those breaths with you. Good. And then we're going to look up between the hands, take a walk up to the front of the mat, and we're going to land in our halfway lift. Nice flat back here. Gaze is towards the ground. Take a forward fold. Exhale. Bend those knees. Drop the head. And inhale, we're going to roll up slowly. All the way up. The arms sweep up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Moving right through it. All the way up. Breathing in. Taking our side bend to the right or the left, whichever side, as long as you do both. Inhale up and over to the other side. Good. And then all the way up. Here we go. We're going to take cactus arms, bending in the elbows and taking a back bend. Breathe into the chest. Lift your heart to the sky. And then inhale up, forward fold. Good. Halfway lift as you breathe in and exhale, hands to the ground, feet step back, high plank pose. Good. Make sure that you're nice and strong here. You're not walking those elbows out. You have a little bend in them and your body is making a straight line all the way to your heels. We're going to exhale, lowering down through chaturanga. Inhale up, cobra pose, and exhale, downward dog. Good. We're going to take 3 more breaths here, pedaling those feet. And looking up, we're going to come to the front of the mat, taking a walk, a skip, or a jump when you get there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, and rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Let's take mountain pose here for a moment. So bringing your attention back to your feet. Give yourself a little wiggle. Find your balance. Shine your palms forward. Maybe you gently close your eyes. We're stepping into the summer solstice here. It's like a new rebirth moment, right? where we can set an intention for the next few months. So take a moment to allow yourself to set an intention, something that can bring you closer to the highest version of yourself. Good. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, side bend to the left. All the way up with your breath and over to the other side. Inhale back up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, we're going to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. From here, we're going to come all the way up to standing and open the feet to a straddle. However wide you feel is comfortable for you, and you can always turn sideways on your mat as well. We're going to take a forward fold with nice wide straight legs, so coming on up with the breath, exhaling, forward fold, send the hips back, and the head drops down. Good, and if you want to take a little wiggle in the hips or a gentle shift from side to side, or you can have stillness here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands over to the left foot, trying to bring the right hand over to the leg, wherever it lands. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring the
Please come
chest.
over here.
I'm sorry? Hello? Okay. Maybe someone was just talking. That's all right. We're here in our straddle lunge. We're kind of bringing our chest towards the leg, and then we're going to inhale, halfway lift, and walk over to the other side. Bringing that left hand to the right leg, and we're going to exhale to bring the chest towards the knee. Good. Come back center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then we're going to rise all the way up, arms sweep up, and exhale as we step the feet together. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to mat, feet step back, high plank. Take a moment here, feel the strength in your plank pose, nice tight core. Take a big breath in and exhale, lower, keep those elbows tight to the body. Inhale up for cobra. And exhale back, downward dog. Good, we're gonna walk or pedal the feet gently. Big breath in, release, look up to the mat, to the front of the mat, and come on up into your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising on up, sweeping the arms, hands to heart center. Good. We're going to open up the feet again, but they're just going to be about mat width apart or maybe even a little less. You'll find your footing as we come into a squat or malasana pose. So you can come, bring your hips back, bend the knees, keeping the knees behind the toes, keeping the tailbone tucked gently. You can bring your elbows to your knees for support if that feels good. Or if it feels good to you, you can come all the way down with both feet flat on the ground into malasana. And you can bring your elbows to the insides of your knees for a little bit of an extra stretch. Good. We're going to take a big breath here. Exhale. Good. And then drop the hands down to the mat and let the hips come up, forward fold. And inhale, rise up slowly, rolling all the way up. Inhale up. Exhale, we're going to sink right back down into either our squat or malasana. And we're going to take 2 big breaths. Good. Drop the hands, lift the hips, head comes down, forward folds. And inhale, rolling on up. arms sweeping at the top. One more time, exhale into your squat. Good, 3 big breaths. Making sure your feet are flat on the ground. Beautiful, one more breath. And then exhale, hands to mat, send the hips up, forward fold. Inhale, rising up, rolling on up, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart center, feet come together. Beautiful. Hopefully everybody's feeling nice and warm. I'm going to keep it moving. If at any time during this practice you need a water break or anything, go ahead and feel free to take that. Or you can move into child's pose if your body needs just a little bit of a reset. Otherwise, we're going to keep it moving. So we're back here in our mountain pose with our feet together, our hands by our sides, palms shining forward, standing strong in the world. Bringing that intention back into your mind. And inhale up. Good. Exhale, left hand comes down, side bend over. Like a rainbow all the way around with our breath to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, lift into the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. And hands to mat. Feet step back. Chaturanga. Exhaling down. Inhale into your cobra or maybe upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Good. Finding your nice, strong foundation in downward dog. We're going to take the right foot up to the sky as we breathe in. And exhale, we're going to pull that right knee into the chest. Just let it hover there for a moment. The modification here would be to just drop the other knee. Inhale, right leg high. Good, and that right foot comes down to meet the left, downward dog. Taking a breath, pedaling your feet. Inhale, left leg high. Same thing on this side. Exhale, pull the knee in, keep the foot tight to the tush. And inhale, high. Let the left foot come down, and we're looking up, and we're coming on up to the front of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rising up, arms sweeping up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to heart center. Here's where we start to add on. Every single time adding on a new pose. So all the way up, we're moving with our breath. Exhale, left. Inhale. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, open that heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to mat, feet step back. High plank, taking your big breath in here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Let's take a little look back over the left shoulder. A look back over the right. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Finding your footing. Inhale that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, that knee is going to come into the chest again, but the right foot comes forward all the way to the front of the mat. The hands are framing it. We're in a runner's lunge. So we have a nice straight back leg. Our front knee is bent at a 90-degree angle in line with the ankle. And the chest is shining forward, making a nice straight line. Take a little rock on the back foot, just gently stretching it out. And then we're going to inhale on up. This is a balancing pose, so making sure you have enough space between your stance into crescent lunge. We inhale to reach those hands. Good. Exhale, come all the way down. Let that right foot step back to meet the left, downward dog. Next, we inhale the left leg high. And we pull the knee into the chest as we send the left foot to the front of the mat. Finding runner's lunge on the other side, making sure that your stance has enough space. And we're going to rock back and forth on that back foot, giving love to the ankle and the foot, the toes. And then we're going to go ahead and inhale up. Maybe the hands come to the knee first, or maybe they come all the way up. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And exhale down. Good. Left foot steps back to meet the right, downward dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Look up and come to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising. All the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keeping it moving. All the way back up. Following your breath over to the right, side bend. And all the way up. Exhale to the left. Or you know what I mean. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms. And then we're lifting that heart on the next breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And then exhale. Let's try to make it right through chaturanga on this breath, all the way down. Inhale up. And exhale, downward dog. Good. Taking a beat here just to catch your breath. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot to the front of the mat. Your runner's lunge, coming up into your crescent. Finding your footing here. And this time we're going to add in warrior two. So that back foot is going to spin flat to a 45-degree angle. The body opens to the side. The arms are parallel to the ground, over the legs, front and back. Your gaze is over your front fingers. And you are a strong warrior. Good. Let's windmill those arms down to the ground, back into our runner's lunge. Right foot steps back, downward dog. Inhale, left leg high. And send that left foot to the front of the mat. Find your runner's lunge first, so you got your foundation. And then inhale all the way up for your crescent lunge. Beautiful. One breath here. And then spin the back foot flat, 45 degrees. Open the body. Find your warrior two. Set your gaze. Spiritual warriors. Good. Windmill those arms down. Step the left foot back, downward dog. And at any time, if one of these downward dogs wants to turn into a child's pose, feel free to honor yourself in that way. Looking up between the hands, jump up to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And just take a little moment here. Take a breath. Bring that intention back into your mind. I'm going to check the time. I'm moving right through it. And I'm going to open a window. So give me a second, guys. It's getting warm in here. Everybody doing okay, though? Okay. I'll take your word for it. All right, we're back. Here we are. We're standing in our mountain pose, strong in the world. Our feet are grounded. We're rooting down, and we inhale, we rise up. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. And we're going to roll all the way up here in this forward fold because I forgot 3 steps. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Good. Every time we side bend, we want to make sure we're keeping our feet grounded. Inhale up, Side bend over to the other side. Feeling that curve in the body. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms and a big breath into the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And exhale through chaturanga. Hands come down, feet step back, keeping those elbows tight as we lower. Inhale up. Good. Taking a breath here in our cobra or our upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Taking another breath here, just slowing it down a little bit. Inhale, right leg high. And exhale, send that right foot right between the hands, front of the mat, runner's lunge. Setting yourself up for you know what comes next, crescent lunge. Good. And if you want to take a modification here, we just drop in that back knee. And we're in our crescent lunge. Good. And if you feel good, we're going to drop that foot flat. Inhale, warrior two. And we're going to let that back arm drop down as the front arm rises up for exalted warrior. And exhale all the way forward. Bring the hands to the mat. And then we're going to step up halfway with the back leg. Maybe the toes are still on the ground. And turn to the side. Here we are. So the right hand is going to come a little bit in front of the right foot. Stay on the ground. And we're going to lift that left leg up. Oh, sorry, Sarah. We're going to kick our friend as we lift our left leg up. So we're here. The right hand is keeping us nice and stable. We're going to lift that left leg up. Maybe it's just a few inches. Maybe it's parallel to the ground while the left hand either comes to the hip or maybe it opens to the sky. And if you need to bring your toes down and come back in, totally cool. We're taking one more breath here. And then we're going to exhale, bring it down. That left leg steps back. We're in our runner's lunge. Good. The right leg is going to step back to meet us, downward dog. Beautiful. Left leg comes high, breathing in. Exhale the foot to the front of the mat. Runner's lunge on the other side, setting ourselves up. Inhale, crescent. Beautiful. Spinning the back foot flat, opening to the side, warrior two. And holding it here for a breath. Letting that back arm come down, front arm comes up, exalted warrior. And coming all the way forward, both hands come to the ground. We're going to take that half step up. So the toes on the right leg are on the floor behind us. The left hand is going to come in front of the left foot to keep us stable. And we're going to lift up that right leg. Maybe the right hand comes to the hip. Maybe it opens. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it opens. And like I said, honoring yourself. If you need to tap down and come back into it, taking another big breath. Good. And bringing it back down. Right leg steps back, runner's lunge. Beautiful. Left leg steps back to meet it, downward dog. Good. And you guys did really good work here. We're almost done. Looking up between the hands, we're going to come up to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breather. Good job. Good job, good job. All right, we're just going to add on one more piece to this, and then we're going to start to cool down. So, moving through our vinyasa for the last time. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale over. Exhale to the right. And back up. Cactus arms. Inhale into your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway and make your way down through chaturanga on the exhale. All the way up and back into our downward dog. Everybody meeting here. Let's take 2 breaths. Beautiful. You know what comes. Right leg goes high. Right foot forward to the front of the mat. Find your stance first, and then inhale into your crescent lunge, whether the knees up or down. Good. Spin the back foot flat, land in your warrior 2. Beautiful. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale all the way forward, hands to the ground, half step up. Find your stability with that right hand and inhale, half moon, lifting that left leg up, bringing the hand either to the sky or to the hip. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take a Shiva squat. So that left knee comes in behind the right knee. Beautiful. Both hands can come to the ground for this. And then we're going to bring the left foot down, and this is going to come back into our malasana. Good. And hold it here, making sure that you're not sinking all the way down into that, but you have a little bit of lift here. Beautiful. And then we're going to drop the hands, lift the hips, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up. Good. Other side, all the way up. Exhale over. Inhale up. And over to the other side. Your body should start making memory here. Inhaling, exhale for your cactus arms. Opening your heart. And exhale, forward fold. Moving our way through the vinyasa. Everybody moving through chaturanga on the exhale and meeting in downward dog. Beautiful. Taking 2 breaths here. Next inhale, sends the left leg high and all the way to the front of the mat. Again, take as much time as you need to set your form and then inhale up. Spin the back foot flat, warrior 2. Open those arms. Inhale, left arm high, right arm low. Exhale, coming all the way forward, both hands down, half step up. Left hand finds stability, right leg lifts. Inhale, half moon. Taking whatever version of this feels good to you. From here, that right knee is going to tuck right behind the left knee. Both hands come down, Shiva squat. Beautiful. Open the feet, take malasana. Awesome. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, lift the hips, forward fold. And rolling up nice and slow. Good. Exhale, hands to heart center. And now we're going to come on down to our seat. We're going to begin to cool down because now I'm really nice and warm. And I hope all of you are too. So first, just finding your seat, just wiggling in a little bit, maybe finding a little bit of circles in the shoulders backwards and then frontwards, little circles here. Good. And then inhale those arms up. Exhale, hands come to the ground, making sure the chest is nice and, the spine is nice and long. We're going to exhale and walk the hands forward, hinging at the hips. Keep those sit bones grounded and drop the head when you find your sweet spot. We're going to take some breaths here, sending our breath up and down the spine, all the way from the root to the crown. Letting our lungs expand into our back. Good. And then walking those hands up. The arms are going to come back behind us, fingertips face backwards. And we're going to inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and gently look up to the sky, letting your lungs expand forward as you take big breaths into your chest. Letting your diaphragm open. Good. And then come back center. We're going to take side bends over here, but now a little bit deeper. Inhale the right arm up. And we're paying attention to the hip here. We're reaching from the hip and then reaching through the underarm, reaching through each joint all the way up to our fingertips in a straight line. And then we're going to exhale, side bend over. Make sure that right sit bone stays nice and grounded. Good. Coming all the way up, both arms. Let that right arm come down beside you. And again, inhale on the left side of the body, through the hip, the joints, the ribs, all the way up to the fingertips and every little knuckle. Wiggle your fingers. And exhale over. Remember to keep those hip bones nice and grounded. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come down. We're going to switch the cross of our legs. So if you had one foot on top, we're going to bring the other foot on top this time. And then we're going to take one more forward fold. The reason being is one hip is usually a little bit more open than the other. So inhaling up, exhale, bring your hands to the mat and walk forward. The side might not give you as much of a stretch. Maybe it does. I tend to pick my right side first always, so this side always ends up being a little bit tighter for me. Good, and walk those hands up. Let's bring the legs straight out in front of us. Take a moment, just look at your feet, say hi to them, wiggle your toes, and then we're gonna point the toes and flex the feet a couple of times. Good, inhaling up, staff pose, nice long spine. Exhale, let the hands come forward, landing on the legs wherever feels comfortable. And drop your head, taking a nice forward fold here. Good. We're going to inhale up, and as we do, we're going to draw that right knee into the chest. Sit up nice and tall. Left arm comes up, and this left arm is either going to hug that knee into the chest as we twist around, or if it feels good, that left elbow can come to the outside of the right knee. The right arm is behind you, acting like a kickstand, and you're looking over the right shoulder. Good. Coming all the way back around. Just go ahead and let that right leg fall open. And you have your left leg straight out in front of you. Nice big inhale. And exhale, walk the hands forward over that straight left leg. Good. Coming all the way up. We're going to plant that right foot on the ground again, not all the way pulled into the chest, but just here. And the left arm is going to come back behind us as a kickstand. Okay, we're going to inhale the hips up to the sky, lifting up and bringing that right arm up with us. Good. Exhale, come all the way down. Straighten both legs out in front. Inhale high. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Coming back up. This time we bring the left knee into the chest with us and give it a little hug. Inhale the right arm up. Left arm comes back behind, and you can either hug in that right knee, giving yourself some leverage, or the right elbow comes to the outside of the knee, and we look back over the left shoulder. Even looking with your eyes as far as they can go, stretching out your eye sockets here. Good. Come all the way back around. Let that left leg fall open. Inhale high or nice and tall chest. Exhale, forward fold over the right leg. Good. Walking on up. Let's plant that left foot down. Get it nice and sturdy. That right arm comes back behind. And we're going to inhale, lifting the hips. The left arm comes up as well. For joy pose. Good. One more breath, and then we'll exhale down. Beautiful. And let's just pull our feet into butterfly here. Coming towards our Shavasana. And we're just going to go ahead and let the legs kind of open up, let those inner hips open up. And actually, I'm going to add one more pose in for today. So it's a bonus. We're going to come into frog pose. So before we even move through our butterfly, we're going to swing the legs around, come into a tabletop position so your hands are supporting you. And then we're going to open up the knees nice and wide. The feet are not together here. They're apart, and if they can be flexed, that's a good idea as well to protect the knees and the hip. And we're just going to sit back into this a little bit and come on down to our forearms. So a nice wide-legged stretch here. It's meant to be a little bit uncomfortable, but it never wants to be painful. So if coming down to your forearms is a little too much, or you need to pull your knees in a little bit, that's totally okay. Having complete grace with yourself. If you'd like to deepen this pose, you can go ahead and try and bring your chest down to the ground and the arms out in front of you, but making sure that you can take nice full breaths wherever you are. And we're going to take 5 more breaths here. Nice long inhales, nice long exhales. One more big breath in and release. Coming back onto the forearms if you were down, and then onto the hands, being very, very slow and gentle as you draw one knee in first and then the other, coming into our tabletop pose. Just double check that your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Let's do a little cat-cow here. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, curl through the spine, pull the belly button in and the chin to the chest. Let's do a couple more like that, taking any movements that feel good to you. Exhale and inhale. Good. And now we can come back onto our feet. Just wanted to throw in that hip opener. My hips were calling for it. Okay, go ahead. He needed the bathroom, guys, sorry. So we're back into our butterfly pose here. And we're just gonna draw those feet in. Maybe you're holding onto your feet, maybe you're holding onto the ankles. Either way, inhale, nice big broad chest. Bring those shoulders back. And we're gonna lean gently back onto our tailbones, and we're gonna let the feet come up. And we're gonna take a little balance here. And they can come up, maybe they're just an inch off the ground, or maybe your feet can come up nice and high, and you can pull them in towards your chest for flower pose. We gotta do flower pose at Soulflower. Good, and then we're gonna come back down, take a little forward fold in your butterfly. And coming all the way back up. We're gonna let the feet come a little bit away from the body. They're still kissing and the knees are still open, but we're gonna roll back down and lie on our backs for Supta Baddha Konasana. I got a nice little pillow right here. And just bringing your hands to your belly, or maybe one hand to your heart in this position as we do a little bit of breathing and a little bit of meditation to end out our practice today. So this is what I like to call a two-part breath, and we really brings attention to our anatomy as we breathe. So the first part is we inhale half of our breath into our belly, ballooning it out, and half of our breath into our chest, and then we exhale. So it's belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. We're going to do 5 more on our own, breathing into the belly, then the chest, and then exhaling. Can't go there. A different outlet. Give me 1 second. All right. Breathing in, finding a natural rhythm to your breath and letting your belly become soft and natural. You can either stay in this position or you can straighten your legs out, coming into Shavasana and allowing all of the muscles in your body to deactivate for just a few moments, letting our energy process and move and settle in. Beautiful. We come into meditation to find a few moments of stillness where we can really allow ourselves to let go and just be here in the present moment. And every time we come into meditation, we come into more and more self-awareness, where we get to know ourselves a little bit better. We get to know where our boundaries are. And we get to live our life with more intention, knowing who we are. So just inviting in that stillness and that relaxation into the whole body. allowing your attention to come to the crown of your head. Imagining a luminescent white light shining down through the crown of your head, bringing in love and relaxation, bringing in light and vitality. Imagine this light moving through your energy center, straight through the center of you, circulating throughout each and every cell in your entire body, and connecting you right to the center of the earth. Let this light merge with your own. Every breath you breathe, you draw this light into you more and more. You become one. Your light in this universal life force running through all beings. And as this light rushes through you, you become more and more relaxed, aware of your physical body, aware of the breath moving in and out, aware of how you feel and the energy and where it is in your body. You become aware of the tension that you're holding on to. And with each breath, you're allowed to release any stress or tension that no longer belongs. For a few moments, you give yourself this gift. The relaxation ripples through the face muscles, relaxing the clenched jaw, the tongue. You breathe the relaxation down your throat, down the back of your neck, through your shoulders, rippling down both arms, into the palms of your hands, into the tips of your fingers. And as your thoughts flow, so does your heartbeat. The relaxation moves through the center of your body, down the sides, into your hips, where you sink further into stillness. And it moves down your legs, through the knees, through the ankles, all the way to the soles of your feet and the tips of your toes, until your whole body is completely relaxed. Until that vision, that white light is circulating around and through you, completely embracing you, keeping you safe and cleansing you. Allow your breath to flow freely. Allow it to ground you. Giving yourself just a few more moments. Allowing anything that you have to do to just drop away so that you can be in the here and now, in the present awareness of yourself. Good. And we're gently going to take a big, deep breath in. Release it out the mouth. Inhale again. And sigh it out. and invite movement back into your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, pulling your knees up into your chest and rolling over to one side, welcoming in the next moment of your life with intention and love, and allowing yourself to be open to receive all the goodness that these beautiful ladies have in store for you today, ladies and men, this team, this tribe. Everybody take one big breath in as we come up to a seated position. And we'll inhale up together one more time to honor everyone's energy, breathing in. And exhale, hands to heart center to honor your own energy. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm Sam, Soulflower Yoga and Wellness. You can reach Alexis and I at our website, which is soulfloweryogaandwellness.com. That's basically our name across all social media platforms, Soulflower Yoga Wellness on Instagram. You can email us or Gmail us there. And you can find our telephone number and our email on our website as well. All of our classes here are offered in studio and virtually. So wherever you are in the world, you can practice with us. And I know Alexis and I are really looking forward to the sound healing meditation that we have in store for you tonight. So more angelic voice to come.
Wonderful. Thank you
guys.
so
Wonderful.
much.
Thanks, Sam.
And just a little sneak peek, I did write a poem for the summer solstice that I will share during the meditation later. So I'm really excited to share that.
Oh, great. So if I
Nice.
wasn't crying already, I'm going to definitely cry. Perfect.